Hi guys! Here's an update on the plants I got at the November show from Ecuagenera. Most of them were completely rootless, or I would say the roots had all died during transport. Only the Prostegia cochleata, it had some living roots, but most of the others were in a poor condition. And only now in July we have some progress in some of them. Well, let's start with this one, which is the Cattleya maxima. And well, this plant had rot twice and I had to divide it twice, and now I'm left with is a division with 3 pseudobulbs. At some point it looked so helpless that I thought I had lost the plant, but I decided to keep it. As you can see, all the dormant eyes had woken up at different times and it tried to push new growths, but it doesn't have much the energy for that. So the best she could do was this growth here, which I don't think is growing anymore, but it's for the first time trying to make roots. There is a little bit of something green over there here. It's trying to make something, but I don't know if this will recover, because if the newest growth will stay that size, maybe if it can make roots and if it stays alive, it will take some 5 years before it can ever bloom, because it will take a long time to be of this size. And this is that kind of higher land Cattleya maxima, which stays small. There are different kinds. One is the lower land that grows really tall, and then this high land Cattleya maxima that stays small. So this is the small kind, and I really like it, so I'm keeping it. I'm trying to do my best. I don't know if this will stay alive, but let's go to the next one. Let's start with a very bad case. This is the Dendrobium Banana Royal, and look what I'm left with. To start with, all the roots were dead, they were dry. It had leaves. It was actually 3 divisions in one pot, this big one and 2 small cakeys, which were the first to dry. And this one here, the bulbs started to dry one by one. As you can see, they are really dry and dying. Very bad. Twice it tried to make a new growth and it died. And the last one was the one that stayed green the longer. And we can see it right here, that this little thing here, this was the newest growth. It stayed green for months and it tried to make 2 little roots. So it's so sad that it dried, because it was a little hope. I thought this was going to make it. I'm not throwing it away, because 2 of the bulbs are still green. This one is dry, it's green on the top, and then there is this bigger one. Maybe this will die, maybe this is completely hopeless, but this was supposed to be a very fragrant Dendrobium, and I really wanted it. So I'm keeping it here on living sphagnum, live sphagnum. And we'll see if it stays okay or not. Maybe it will just die, but we'll see. The next one, let's do this one now. This one I got from my Orchid Society. Let's show the tag. And this one here is doing really well. It was planted until a time ago in sphagnum moss, and it's doing new roots, and I repotted it recently in bark with some sphagnum for the roots, because they were used to the moist. It has good roots and more roots coming, and this new growth here, so I think this one will be okay. The next plant, this one here, this is that cross of Laelia Harpophylla and Sorphonitis coccinea, but they are not now both Cattleya, so it should be Cattleya hypophylla and cross with Cattleya coccinea, or how do you pronounce coccinea? Well, this one here was hopeless case in the beginning because it had broken during transport. It was packed like this, and someone just took all the bulbs close together and packed the roots, and at the process the rhizome broke. So when I opened the package, each division, accidental division, had only 2 pseudobulbs, so it was really hopeless. But I put in fresh sphagnum and left there, so it started to grow at some time, but very slowly. But now it has only 1 division had to be thrown away, but all the others, they have little growths, like this one. This is a little growth, and this is the oldest new growth, which got some spots on the top of the leaves, so I had to cut it. I hope it will be okay. I don't know what it was. I was scared of that. Still has something there. I don't know what that is. But it's making more growths, and this other division too has 1 growth here, and I can see roots going down until the water level. And this is live sphagnum. Can we focus better? This is live sphagnum, which is very good for seedlings and plants that are not doing well. It has some, how do we say, antibacterial, antifungal properties. So they do well, and as this sphagnum grows, because it grows all the time, it was this high when I put this sphagnum here, and it has grown. So as it grows, also the orchid seems to get some will to grow. So this is doing well now, and maybe I will leave it like this because it's such a fragile plant. But the other ones, when they start to be at this point, I usually plant them in bark. But let's see the next one. This one here is the encyclic Orchids. It was until a time ago in bark, but now I potted it in live sphagnum like this too. It has been rootless since I got it in November, and now it's July, and all this time it has been completely rootless. But because the bulbs are so big, it has been living on the energy it can store. And let me show you. The biggest bulb here has become a raisin. It used to be very plump like an egg, but it is quite depleted, but not quite. And now I noticed this. I'm really happy to see this. You can see a root there, and there is 1 more little root over there. Possibly more. I don't want to disturb it too much, but as it is starting to make new roots there, I decided to put in fresh sphagnum because it will have the best chances there. And one thing I noticed is that this newest growth, it stopped growing like this, so it will not plump up. It will be small, a very small growth, as you can see, which looks sad for an encyclic Orchids, but this is what happens when you are nurturing an orchid back to health, which has been rootless for so many months. It's difficult to show you, but there is something happening right here. It seems like there is a new growth coming there. Now probably you can see it right here. It's trying to push a new growth, so this will not grow more than this. And I'm happy to see a root. So what I'm doing now, I'm keeping it in fresh live sphagnum, so it will stay more moist and the roots will grow faster. And when they are strong enough, I will put this in bark as it should be. Now let's see. Well, let's see the best case so far. This one here is the Prostechia Cochleata variation alba, don't know how to pronounce Prostechia, Prostichia, but here it is. And from all the plants from Ecuagenera, this was the only one that had live roots when I got it, and it's doing well. It got mites at some point, but I fought them and now it's clean. But the leaves are a bit bleached like that because of the poison I had to use. And now it's doing well, and it has, this is the newest growth it made during winter, and now there is this little growth right here. And it has all these roots, so it's really nice. Green tips here too, so it's doing nicely, and I'm really happy about this. It's difficult to find this alba version of Prostechia cochleata. It's that octopus plant. I really like the flowers. Yeah, but this is it. I just wanted to show you the progress of these plants. I'm really happy about the Encyclia cordillera that's finally making roots. I was worried about it, but now everyone is doing fine and I'm really happy. Well, except for that banana royal there that looks like I'm going to lose it. And from the Ecuagenera plants, I had got as a present an Brassia aurantiaca that died. You might have seen from a previous video, but it was already dying when I got it. I tried to nurture it back to health, but it didn't work. But, well, at least I got some very nice plants, and some of these will be very, very good and will bloom in the future. Well, I hope you enjoyed this and have a very nice day. Bye bye.